Testing, testing.
The angels at the thought of you. The darkness gives way to the light for you.
Come on!
The price that you pay gives us life.
What's his name?
Hosanna forever, we worship you. Hosanna forever, we worship you.
You're listening to Kennedy's Corner with Kennedy Alford on the Go radio station, powering the voice and community and change. And today, my guest is, ta-da, my mom. And today's topic is how people can help in Houston and Florida. One way people can help is they can donate money to the American Red Cross or any other company that can help with problems, relief. And the second way people can help is they can go and volunteer down in Florida or Houston. Like they could go visit them if they have family down there. They can send water, or they can send personal hygiene like soap, toothbrush, toothpaste.
So what's going on down there in Florida, Kennedy?
They're having hurricanes such as Hurricane Harvey.
Hurricane Harvey, okay, and Hurricane Irma, correct?
Correct.
That's the one that's getting ready to take place down in Florida?
Florida, yes.
Okay, so what exactly do hurricanes do?
Hurricanes are large rolling storms. They produce winds of 119 kilometers per hour, which is also 74 miles per hour or higher.
That's kind of strong, isn't it?
Yes, that's very strong.
We don't want to be caught in a hurricane, so
No.
just imagine how those people who are affected by those hurricanes feel.
I think they feel like sad that their houses got flooded or they got destroyed. Their roof could have fallen off, or a tree could have fallen on top of their house. Anything could happen in a hurricane because it's a large body of water and a lot of wind coming around in a circle.
Alrighty, so how do you think that affects everyone who could be caught in one of these hurricanes or storms? Like, what are some of the things that people may lose besides their house? Maybe their car.
Clothes, cars. They can lose clothes, cars, shoes. They can lose their food, water. They could lose a lot of things
Even
in a
their lives,
hurricane.
right?
Yes.
because there is a death toll for some of those people who were involved in the hurricane. So it's very imperative that we try to help as much as we can for those of us who are not affected by such hurricanes. Due to us who are living here in Detroit, where we are in a state that's inland that isn't necessarily affected directly by a hurricane. So if you have family in any of the southern states where the hurricanes are taking place, make sure you check on them, make sure you pray for them, make sure you help them out as much as you can. Right, Kennedy?
Right.
Because there's a lot of children who are affected by this. They may have lost a parent. They have lost a lot of their belongings. Maybe their schools
Yes.
are in turmoil right now.
Yeah,
Kennedy.
their schools, if they go to churches,
Yeah.
or school, churches, homes, cars, clothes, food, water, everything could have got destroyed.
And so the best thing, we can pray. We can do physical work by going down there, volunteering with some services who are contributing to the relief of these hurricanes that have took place already in Houston, which was Hurricane Harvey. And now we have a Hurricane Irma approaching very briskly. So we want to definitely keep those in Florida in our prayers, correct?
Correct. Even though that the hurricane isn't affecting us, well, it is affecting us because we're getting a lot of cold weather and it's still summer. But we're just lucky that the hurricanes are not actually happening here because we're inland and not necessarily where hurricanes happen.
Which is more in tropical waters, correct?
Correct.
And by us being in Michigan, we're surrounded by what?
Land. We're surrounded by water.
Yeah, but what's the water we're surrounded by?
Like
The Great Lakes?
the Great Lakes, the 5 Great Lakes, which are also known as homes.
Okay, can you let us know about the 5 Great Lakes?
The 5 Great Lakes. The names are Homes, which stands for Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior.
Alrighty. So, by us not being surrounded by such tropical water, we like the Gulf of Mexico, perhaps, we're not as affected by waters of that nature, correct?
Correct.
Alrighty. So, what are some other things that maybe people can do to help those who are affected by hurricanes? What is something that you think that we can do?
We can send money, water. We can send.
How about help rebuild
Yes.
once everything is all dried out and everything is...
Can help rebuild stores that might have got destroyed, schools, churches, homes.
Definitely homes.
Yes, because that's a big part because that's where people live.
Right.
If they were lucky enough to have a roof over their head, but now it got destroyed by hurricanes.
So what is something that you personally would like to do to help those who are in need?
I would like to write letters to them, like everything's going to be okay.
So giving them some words of encouragement.
Yes.
That's very
Building
nice.
up their confidence, so letting them know that everything's going to be okay.
Okay.
And they don't have to worry about a lot as long as they keep themselves on track.
So what is something that you would say in a letter written to those who are affected by the hurricanes?
Everything's going to be okay. Just keep calm and keep cool and just keep watching my show.
And maybe pray, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that's some of the things that we can do from afar. So for those people who want to go down there and physically help out, what do you think of that?
I think that's amazing if they taking the time off, donating not necessarily donating, but giving their time to them, going down there and helping them rebuild a lot of things. Well, maybe not a lot, but at least as much as they can do.
And that's very honorable and notable to those who are doing that. So if you are one of those people who are planning on to go and help those who are in need, or to even just donate some time, as Kennedy said, or even, send some relief items, I think that's amazing. That's something that we all can partake in, something that's not necessarily exactly time consuming, because time is of the essence with a lot of people. But if you do plan on spending that time, I say kudos to you who plan on doing those things. And we're setting good examples for our children to let them know that, hey, it's okay to help someone who needs a helping hand, because everyone may need some help at some point in time in their life, and you never know where the help may come from. So definitely want to stay faithful.
Yes, stay
You want to
faithful.
definitely pray on things.
Yes, stay hopeful.
Because that's
And
where our help
just-
comes from, right? The Lord.
Yes.
Did he not
Just
say
trust
that?
in God, and He will bless you and help you out. Just give everything to God and don't stress about nothing. And yeah.
All right. So there you have it. She said, "Don't stress and don't worry," right?
Right.
Okay. So for school just was starting, and of course this tragedy hit with the hurricanes. So what are some encouraging words you'll give those kids who may not be able to attend school right now due to the weather?
Their parents could teach them things since their parents went to the same grade that they did. Their parents can help them with learning. Like if they're just starting 4th grade like me, you can help them with math, reading, social studies, ELA, all that. Things of that nature.
So Kennedy, what do you think some of the parents how would they be able to help their kids learn if their home and everything was messed up? Like, is there some ways that you think that they can still help their child to learn, even though they may not have all of the books and materials to teach them right now due to the weather? Like, is it something that they can do maybe that don't involve necessarily having to use those items because maybe they were destroyed?
Yes, they can tell them and hope that they remember. Like they can keep remembering them every single day.
So like quizzing them.
Yes, quizzing them every Friday or whatever
Maybe
day.
every day.
Yeah, maybe every day.
Okay.
But if you're on a time schedule, maybe every Friday or whatever day works for them.
Okay. So it still are ways that parents can help their children learn if they are going through something like having the proper tools that they'll need to help further their child's education right now. So things like maybe having conversations with their children,
Yes.
constantly repeating some of the things. I know that's probably like one of the last things on their mind, but to some parents it may be something that's at the front of their mind, like, oh my God, my child can't attend school right now. What can I do to make sure they still stay on track? Because school, like I said, was just recently starting, probably in the beginning of August, for a lot of people who are affected down south from the hurricane. So that's probably something that a lot of parents did need to hear or wanted to hear, because we do have family who are in some of the southern states. We have some people that are in Georgia, Florida, where things are going to take place. So we just want to definitely keep those people lifted in prayer. Definitely want to be able to contribute any way that we can. And definitely want to make sure we encourage those people. Correct?
Correct.
All right. Anything else for you, Kennedy?
Like my mom said, you could quiz them almost every day or whatever day works for you. And you could keep yourself lifted, give everything to God, and He'll help you. And if you're just chiming in, you're listening to Kennedy's Corner with Kennedy Alford on the Go Radio station, powering the voice of community and change. And we're talking about Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, which is about to approach Florida.
So what are some safety tips people may need to know in case the hurricane comes towards them?
What do you mean by safety tips?
What are some things you think people can do to stay safe during a hurricane?
They can start moving away, like not necessarily moving,
But evacuating.
yeah,
Okay.
like they could pack a few clothes and go visit go stay with their family a few days. That's somewhere else.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
not down south.
Maybe prepare like a fallout shelter or something, like a basement,
Yeah,
and have some things stored down there, maybe water, canned goods, and
yeah.
dry clothing and things of that nature. But I don't think they have a lot of basements in Florida because of their marshland. So what else do you think they could do? They can evacuate,
They
find somewhere
can
a little safer to go to.
they can keep money
Yep.
on them.
Okay.
So when they go back, they'll have something that, they can have food and water and dry clothes, like you said, and shoes.
So do you think that is important for even people who are in northern states to also always be prepared in case of a disaster,
Yes.
natural disaster?
Yes, because you never know what might happen.
Correct. So by preparing, we need to store things like tissue, canned goods, water, extra clothing and underwear and things,
Yes.
personal hygiene items. I think that's very important for people to do, because like you said, you just never know when something may occur where you may not be able to go and purchase those things right away. Correct?
Correct. Even though we live by even though we're in land and we might surround the Great Lakes, you never know what might happen. It might, like a tiny hurricane might, well, not necessarily tiny. But
Mostly probably snow here.
Yeah.
In the winter for us.
Yeah, if
Because
we have
we
a
do
snow
have-
blizzard,
Yeah.
we can have stuff already prepared.
So that'd be the best thing. So the best thing is to always prepare. Stay prepared, correct?
Correct.
And that's one of the major things that we can all do. Even kids can help, parents can help, of course, just to have those things stacked and prepared for whenever something decides to take place. You always want to be prepared. You always want to be able to help those who may not help themselves. So if you have like elderly parents or, elderly family members, maybe great aunts and uncles or whoever it may be, that you really care about, you want to make sure you have them safe as well. You want to have enough stuff stored to last you guys. If you're a family of 4, you want to make sure that each family member will be well taken care of. So that's something that we all need to look into furthermore as we have these things happen to our country as of now. We want to make sure that we have things that are stacked to the side, put away, that we
Yes.
know that is there. Make sure all of your relatives are doing the same thing just to make sure no one is lacking. So that's the main thing that we need to do.
Yes, I agree.
Alrighty. So I heard that the eye of the hurricane is like the worst part to be in.
Yes, it's the worst part because you get more water and more winds per hour. Like you said, 75
Miles per hour.
75 miles per hour or higher.
Yes.
So it could go really high.
Yeah, so really fast, right? Alrighty. So that's something that we need to keep in mind as these strong winds and water approaches the land down there. That is going very fast and is very strong. And it's like a wall of ocean water
Right.
that comes with it.
It's like a whole body of water. Like all of it comes towards one place.
Okay.
So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to Kennedy's Corner with Kennedy Alford on the Go Radio station, powering the voice of community and change with my guest speaker, my mom. See you next time.
Let me hear you make some Holy Ghost crazy noise right now. Let me hear it.